done this a couple of times. Maybe he thinks I'm like Boy George. My arms grip the armrests of the airplane. It was only the second time I'd ever been on a plane. Big producer from New Orleans, where I was living, had taken an interest in my music and was flying me out to LA to meet an A&R guy at MCA Records. No longer exists. I got to Los Angeles. A limousine picked me up. He handed me a glass of champagne, and we went off to meet Ari Rosenzweig, the A&R guy. He liked my music. He was interested. I was so excited. I said, this is it. It's what I'd been dreaming of since I was little. I wanted to be David Cassidy, Donny Osmond. I had always wanted to be a rock star. Tall, slim hips, big lips, swaggering. And while I was back in LA, I started thinking about the times when I had first started to play the guitar and pick it up and do things that I had never done before, like write songs or sing a few notes. You know, it made me think to my childhood years when I was little. And my mom, my Cuban mom, used to say to me, Lenny, ¿por qué tienes que caminar así? ¿Por qué caminas como un hombre? Why do you have to walk like a man? Lenny, ¿por qué tienes que tragar así como un hombre? Why do you have to swallow like a man? It's just the way I was. My parents took me to Tulane Medical Center in New Orleans. They thought there was something wrong with me. I thought they were so scared, I thought that something was wrong with me. I was so scared as we walked down the corridors of the medical center, and I was looking around, and I was shaking. I was like, what did I do? What was wrong with me? I was so thin. My arms were like birds' arms. And the nurses would stick needles in the arms and extract blood. And they would do chromosomal analyses and come back with all these tests. And thank God for Dr. Kathleen Reeves, an endocrinologist, in the 70s, who said, I think I know what's going on here. Come back when you're 18 and I think we can help you. She saved my life. As did the pediatric psychiatrist who told my parents, Dr. Lillian Robinson, said, Lenny's already decided what Lenny's gonna be. You can either accept it or not. My dad, a Methodist minister from Iowa, and my mom got divorced. And my dad and I went out to LA. And at that time, I just walked into 8th grade. My dad dropped me off in front. I went and registered. And when it came to, by myself, when it came time to check off the boxes for male and female, I just left them blank. And I went to school surreptitiously as a boy. I was in heaven. I skateboarded every day. I listened to Peter Frampton. I played my guitar. I rocked out. And ultimately, I had to go back to New Orleans because my mother had a bad dream. She is a visionary and has premonitions. And I played, and I started bands, and then I ended up in LA with the A&R guy and the producer and whatnot, and then a few weeks later, the producer came over and he said, you know, we heard back from Ari, and he said, you know, we can't sign you. Your songs are good, you really have something special, but if we signed you, I would lose my job if people found out that you weren't really a boy. And all my dreams, everything I had worked for, everything I wanted to be at that moment in time, didn't happen because of that. Okay, it was the 80s. I mean, I wasn't Boy George. Yes, that's true. And so I just curled up in a ball in the corner of my living room and cried for about a week. Until I wrote enough songs and started enough bands to open for U2, to open for Iggy Pop, The Replacements, X, go to Los Angeles again, go to London, come to New York, start a band, work with LCD Sound System, work with Wharton Tears, a bunch of great producers. I felt very male. I thought it was important to have pretty women and have a swagger and be tough and tamp down my emotions. But I realized that there wasn't any one thing to be a man. That I could just be me. All right, kind of butch, a little masculine. But I've just continued to rock, and I've continued to make music, and finally put out an album under my own name, on my own label, and putting out my book. And it doesn't mean anything, really, or it can mean anything you want it to mean. I wish I was tall. I wish I was as smart as you think you are. I wish I was alright. I wish I could shine as bright as the stars in your eyes. Make the world fall away. I wish I could disappear for a day. I knew you would. You would. You would. I wish I was gay. I wish I could feel that way when you need me to. I wish I was alright. I wish I was in control of myself. Make the world go away. I wish I could disappear for a day. I knew you would. You would. You Thank you. I wish we could all be out there marching with everybody who's trying to protect Mueller tonight.